What's going on, everybody? Gunnar here. It's a beautiful winter day, and so me and Mr. Toothless over here, he's got this cool little toy, and believe it or not, it's a perfect demonstration for a really cool idea to help conceptualize fly casting. Whether it's 100% one-to-one truth, I don't know, but it will help you in your fly cast. It should stop you from doing any sort of tailing loop, and it should fix all of your timing issues, literally, with that airplane shooter toy. So you ready to help me?
Yeah, though you still have to load it.
Yep, okay, first a demo, then a discussion, then fly casting. So just squeeze the trigger. Okay, that's a pretty good shot.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now this time, instead of just pulling the trigger, he's going to push it and then pull the trigger. See how far it goes. Same angle. Oh, nice.
1, 2, 3.
So that literally went twice as far, and the only difference was he gave it a push. So imagine you threw a ball at 30 miles an hour. Okay, the ball's traveling at 30 miles an hour. Now, imagine you were standing on the back of a truck driving at 30 miles an hour and you threw a ball at 30 miles an hour. Now, if you're an observer, if you're standing away from the truck, the ball's now traveling 60 miles an hour. So we've combined the speed of the throw with the speed of the truck relative to the position of the observer, right? So it's going twice as fast. And that's exactly what happens with that airplane shooter. You can either shoot the airplane and it's gonna go speed X, or you can push and shoot, and now you've taken speed X and you've added to it the speed and acceleration of your hand so that the final velocity is significantly greater. Okay, you ready? Nice! They almost went the same distance. Now you ready? I'm gonna cast it off the deck. And so this time, instead of just flexing it and releasing it, I'm gonna load and then I'm gonna punch my hand just like you. You ready? Now, just like he's going to push this in a smooth accelerating way in order to get it to go significantly faster, once the rod is loaded, we have to keep it loaded. This is the huge problem, the second huge problem that people struggle with besides timing. It's called having a smooth application of power. The application of power has to be smooth, which means the rod has to be always accelerating, always increasing in speed, and the increase has to be in the same increment, or else this loaded rod, which is fully loaded, which is trying to come out of its load, you have to be able to supply the resistance and the acceleration so that the fully loaded rod stays fully loaded for the entirety of the casting stroke. And when you do this, you're taking the velocity of the truck and you're taking it from 0 up to 30 miles an hour, so that when you release the 30 of the rod, you have a line that is now energized. You'd call it energizing the line. I'm literally taking that line that was at rest and then it loaded my rod. Now I'm accelerating the line up to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 miles an hour with my hand in a smooth fashion so that this loaded rod stays loaded from point A to point B, and then I can stop it and I can get the full springboard of my rod now. I can get the full 30 mile an hour throw of the rod when I stop it aggressively. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stop the rod aggressively.
Dad, are there anything left with me in it?
Chopping a foot off this rod made it. It's quite the stick. So when I'm carrying this, for reference, I'm carrying a 30-foot head. So there's 30 feet, 35. So it's like a 70-foot, 80-foot cast maybe. Just kind of casually with a 6-foot rod that's infinitely old. Yeah, well, if I carry too much, it gets stuck in the woods back there. So that is a cool fly tying, fly casting. What are we doing? That's a cool fly casting demonstration with my kid who's lost all of his teeth, using a kid's toy, which only has X amount of energy, a loaded rod, but he can significantly increase that energy through the theory of relativity, which exactly conceptualizes my cameraman's ability to keep me in frame, which exactly conceptualizes fly casting and how it works. An object at rest stays at rest. You go immediately to a loaded rod because all of the weight of the line's resisting it. You have to apply your energy in a smooth, increasingly acceleratory manner relative to the material and the bend and taper of the rod, so that a loaded rod stays loaded from A to B, and you can take your truck from 0 to 30 miles an hour before you then stop it, matching your stroke length in the arc that the rod travels to how much it bends, which is relative to how much line is out, and it's also relative to how soft your rod is. That's fly casting. And as long as you can keep your tip left to right in a straight line, and you do this smooth application of power, your tip will be in a straight line up and down. You won't throw any tailing loops. You'll be doing a true fly cast.
Yeah, what he said.
And you should be able to go from casting, maybe struggling 30, 40 feet, to shooting line 60, 70, 80 feet consistently, 100% consistently, no problem. It's just understanding true fly casting. Hope it was a fun demo. We're gonna shoot some more airplanes. Thanks for watching.
So, just in case you forgot what the beginning was, with low velocity.
Low velocity. Just the potential energy of the airplane shooter flinging majigger.
And this is at that high velocity. Ew, that was far.
Thanks for watching, everybody. That is, by the way, my grandpa's fly rod. I inherited that one. What a fun stick. I like glass. That's going to be my new streamer stick because I broke the one from the 40s. Yeah, I broke the one from the 40s. Breaks my heart a little bit. I couldn't get the ferrules to see it because there was too much corrosion, and after catching too many big fish on it, that like aluminum ferrule literally snapped. So we got this one though. So we've gone from the 40s to the 60s. That's life. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya. So my rod snapped at the ferrule. When I bought it, the joint was covered in corrosion and I couldn't get them to seat all the way. So that's as far in as I could shoved it. And after 4 or 5 trips and a bunch of fish, I literally snapped and cracked all the metal. So that's fun. Still fishing though. All right, that's a good one. That's a good last one. It's in a good spot. It's marinating. I got a good angle on it. I just don't want to be done.